Hi everybody. Hello. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to post the Q&A for today. Who slash where are you welcomed with open arms? Period. Question mark. There we go. Who or where are you open? Are you welcomed with open arms? Hello everybody. How you guys doing today? I'm glad that you came through in the replay. So make sure you say hey. Today is Sunday and I'm super excited. I'm just super excited that I'm on live and that it's Sunday. But I am gearing up for the week ahead. It's going to be a week. And I'm like, should I take a little time off from going live every single day so I can get a break? Or should I come on here every single day? I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about what days I need a break on, because I need a break. Just a mental break, you know? Do you ever feel that way? Sometimes I feel that way. Hey, y'all. So, remember we're doing our gratitude journaling today. We are manifesting love and belonging with physical people. Let's make sure we harp on that, with physical people in the world. Real communities, real people, people like-minded. We can meet up with them, give hugs, all those things. So, manifesting more of a community through love and belonging, getting to know where we belong. And, you know, honestly, I've been thinking a lot more about belonging than I used to. Even a little bit deeper than when I did this gratitude journaling by myself. I think it really does help to come on live and have conversations with people and kind of get that perspective broadened. You get to hear other people's perspective. People add really good information to the conversation. Hey Abigail, how you doing, girlie? And so that's one thing I could say I really enjoy about coming on live and having these conversations, is that you guys on here will really add some really good information. Hi y'all. Hey Park. Hey friend, how you doing? So I'm gonna say this a couple of times, but today's today's prompt asks us, who in your life always welcomes you with open arms and a full heart? Open arms and a full heart. And I think that full heart is a very key part to this today. Hey DMN. Hey friend. Hey Suni. Shout out to England. Hi Leo. Who in here welcomed you with open arms and a full heart? What does it even mean to have a full heart? Let's get into it. Thank you, KJ. Hey, the real G. Hi, Elvis. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Travel. Y'all know I'm from America. Zavak said, I don't have a full heart. Hey. Hi, Nigeria. Hello, Frank. Hi, Zoe. Somebody said they do not have a good heart. A full heart. The real G. Yes, I am doing good. Thank you for asking. Direction, I am doing well. I'm doing well today. Shout out to Pakistan. Hello, DJ. You could tell I'm on a dark side. Ooh. It's giving Dark Vader. Just give me the mask in the voiceover. I do not play instruments. Oh, here y'all go with the compliments today. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everybody. Y'all know I'm from America. Natalia said, notice me. Girl, you noticed. Shout out to Jamaican. Hi, Jamaica. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Hey Clems. You said especially in 2025. What's happening out here? Hey, Darlie. I didn't mean to do that. Hold up. I'm sorry. I just accidentally blocked somebody on accident, and I'm so sorry because I don't know how to unblock you. I'll have to look at that later. And have to figure out a way to unblock you. Zoe, I'm so sorry. Hi, LL. Hey, Rudra. Okay, Park, welcome to the community. Hey, friend. Have Malawi. I don't know how to say that. Thank you, guys. Shout out to Haiti. Okay, Ryan. Thank you, Abdur. Hi, George, Sunil, Oratil. Thank you, Zoe. Hopefully, I unblocked you, so I don't know if I did that or not, but we'll see. Okay, Zoe, I don't think you're blocked in. Okay, I unblocked you. That's good. I love you too, Shahad Khan. Oh, you like my nose piercings? Thank you. Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing today? Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. It's a lot of y'all. Okay. Good. Hey, y'all. I'm so excited to see y'all. How y'all doing today? So we're going to get into the conversation. If I need 10 people to answer the question, and once 10 people answer the question, I'll answer whatever questions. Y'all want to talk about who I'm going to marry? Y'all want to talk about getting a green card? Y'all want to talk about manifestation, religion, whatever y'all want to talk about, God, we'll talk about that. But y'all got to answer this question up here. At least 10 people. At least 10 people. Y'all want to know where I live, what city, what state, what country. Y'all got to answer my question. The question is, who or where are you welcome with open arms? What person do you feel like welcomed you with open arms? Or what place do you feel like welcomed you with open arms? Thank you, Unana. That's cute. Never heard of that. So let's see. We got 10. I want to hear 10 people today. So let's see who's going to answer. Bilal said, my best friend since high school. Okay, not more people. Levy said, I would say a park by myself. That's interesting. So we're answering the question, who or where? Somebody said church. Okay. We got 7 more. I feel like certain family members. I have certain family members who welcome me with open arms. Even when they're tired, they still try to welcome me. Listen, I seen what you saying, but you playing in the chat. I'm just letting you stay, cause I know you playing in the chat. Hey y'all, so we're looking for 7 more people to answer the prompt up here. Levy said, because although you are welcome, might not need to be welcome. You might need to be welcomed by God inside of you. Okay. Boy, you talking about I ain't playing in no chat. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We still looking. I'm looking for 7 more people to answer the question. I'm very intrigued. ATL, you feel welcomed in ATL? Oh, okay. Listen, you said my uncle was always kind to me after my father passed. Not everything that sounds bad is. Oh, okay. Because you kept saying my uncle's basement. I'm like, okay. You know how people be playing on here. So we need 6 more. Thank you, listen, for explaining. I know you didn't have to. So that's actually a really good example though, because he welcomed you with open arms and a full heart. Very accepting of you, even knowing the difficulties that you were going through, and supported you through those. Levy, you said, so a park by myself is a welcoming place just to have some private peace. Park, you said family and healthy dynamics. Okay, okay. Hardik said at a joint ceremony. Okay. Hey, y'all. Somebody said, no, what about you? I'm going to answer. Terminator, I ain't seen you answer, friend. I'm going to answer. Oh, I already answered, honestly. Hello, Zoltan. RH, welcome back to the live, friend. You said the only important thing is that Hector is... Okay, friend. Makina said at soccer. Okay, Park, you said that again. So I think we're looking for 4 more. Somebody said a job, their job. Welcome to the community, Thomas. Hey, y'all. Okay. So we're looking for 4 more people to answer this question in the chat so we can continue our conversation about it. Hi, Cheyenne. Welcome to the live, baby. This is what we're looking before we can continue our conversation. 4 more people to tell us who or where they are welcome with open arms. Okay. See, a lot of people come in these comments to play. Y'all be coming here to play. I'm blocking y'all. We're going on a blocking spree now. If y'all get blocked, it's because y'all saying stuff that don't pertain to the conversation. Vegas, I don't know what you mean. Oasis are blur. I don't know what that means. Sometimes I don't block everybody because I don't know if you actually just saying stuff, or I don't know. Sometimes I feel like y'all are just a little not all the way there, or y'all don't speak the language that I'm speaking. Y'all might speak broken English, so I don't always block all of y'all. Okay, so we're looking for 4 more people to answer this question. I want to see what y'all are thinking. Who or where are you welcome with open arms? So is it when you go to school? Is it a group of friends? Is it a family members? Is it your siblings? Is it a sport activity that you do, or just a regular hobby? King V said my house. Okay, we're looking for 3 more people. Okay, another person said my home. Now, how does your home welcome you? I guess, if it's your home, I guess. Exotic said friends. Okay, 2 more people. Somebody said Michigan. I don't know. Okay, Michigan. Okay. One more person. Let's see who else answered this last one. My working place. Okay, okay, okay. So we got a mixture of home, school, a sport. Somebody said soccer earlier. Workplace. Park, you said why? Because for my family is the first place where they embrace with open arms. Not all families provide this, but in a nurturing one, love is constant. Yeah. Even during hard times, I agree. Even during hard times. Smile, you said anywhere with my husband and kids. That's beautiful. Shout out to the Philippines. Hey, Queenie. Hey, girl. Welcome back to the live. So, when we think about people welcoming you with open arms, you can imagine somebody opening their arms, and it's them opening their heart to you. Like, you can feel it. Even when you open your own arms, you're opening your heart, and you are allowing things to be receptive. But when you are welcoming somebody with open arms, you are not only receiving that person, but you're allowing that person, right, to be in your space, to be in your aura, to be in your community. So to allow somebody to be somewhere with a full heart of giving, it increases the other person's ability to belong in that area. So that person, that group, that place that has allowed you to be there with open arms, without any constrictions, with a full heart of giving you love no matter at what state you are in, what that's doing is that is increasing your ability to belong in whatever area, community, or relationship that is. Let me see. Okay. Hey, No Ego. Welcome back to the live, friend. So when you feel that open arms, it's really more about the consistency. If somebody's welcoming you with open arms, it has to be a consistent experience. It can't be like one day they're welcoming me, and then 2 days later they're denying me, and then a couple of days later they're welcoming me, because then that creates an unhealthy dynamic in like an anxious attachment to that relationship. When it becomes consistent, then you have a solid relationship or a solid location where you know for sure at any time you can come to this place and be welcomed with a full heart and open arms. If y'all are wondering what I'm drinking, guess. Guess. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Sing. So I definitely feel that open arms with certain family members who I really do adore. But I don't think that everybody has that capability to welcome people with open arms. I do think that a lot of people's love is conditional. Conditional on how you make them feel on a certain day. I feel like when you can welcome people with open arms and a full heart consistently, that means you have the ability to unconditionally love people. You can see them as they are and allow that to be. Cryptonomics, you are halfway right. Half of what you said is correct. Hey, Sapash. Thank you. Love you too, Junior. What are you saying JK for? You talking ish? What you talking about? So have y'all ever experienced unconditional love outside of God? Antonio said, learn how to interact and read your comments. Don't talk so damn much. Damn. Thanks for the feedback. Zoe said yes. I love you too, Zoe girl. I think that unconditional love is a very difficult thing for even myself to practice. It's like, okay, I'm going to love you. And my idea of love does not mean like be romantically in love with you or like call you every single day. But my idea of love is just wanting the best for you no matter what. And that's not something that I have the ability to do. Because if you piss me off, then I don't want the best for you. I actually wish you hell. So I'm not there yet. And there's a lot of people who do not belong around me when they start pissing me off. I love you too, Bikram. I love you too so much, Courtney. Bucky said, okay, you ignore my text. Oh, y'all be on me when I don't see a text. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Do not beat me up. Jason said, your kids don't love you as much as your parents love you. Big facts. I don't have any biological children to say that, so I don't know. I feel like my kids will love me more than my parents do, though. Junior said yes, and you a red flag for now, but on the right path. You cute though. So Junior, can you unconditionally love other people? Hi, I'm Prakash. If you can unconditionally love people, put a 1 in the chat. If you can unconditionally love people, put a 1 in the chat. If you cannot unconditionally love people, put a 2 in the chat. If you cannot unconditionally love people, put a 2 in the chat. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Sam Bosca said, I don't think it's possible. Some people actually do it. Kay said, commitment is a big problem for everyone. Cave, I think that's just a you thing, baby. It's not everybody's problem. So remember, if you put a 1, that means you can unconditionally love. If you put a 2, that means you cannot unconditionally love. So I'm seeing lots of 1s. I'm seeing some 2s. But I see way more 1s than 2s. So a lot of people feel like that they can unconditionally love. Tell us the secret. If you have the ability to unconditionally love people, put the secret. And make it very practical. Don't make it abstract. Don't be like, well, all I do is I pray to God every single day. Make it practical. Tell us details, okay? Because I talk to God every day, too, when they piss me off. They be like, oop, you know I don't play with this. I don't like that. Y'all tell us if you can unconditionally love people. Tell us how. Kay said commitment is the key. Commitment to what? Kay? Commitment to what? Kalaho Flower Power said, Google the law of aloha or I'll link it. Hirsch said, just love them and don't expect in return. Every single body, even the person who like bump into you, you just love them and don't expect nothing. Or the people who bully you and gaslight you and lie to you, you just love them and don't really expect anything. Cave said commitment to a relationship. What about people who you don't have a relationship with? You have more of a like, just you don't know them at all. Lauren said, my faith in the Lord allows me to love instead of getting angry. I pray for them. I love you too, Rahan. Kenneth said, I chat you a couple of times but no response. Where? Junior said, nah, and I've been through it and I know who mean what to me. 1. Okay. All right, Chico. Have a good day. Have a good day, Junior. Hirsch said, should I tell you my love story? Of course. Zoe said, I pray to God and show love. Amazing, awesome. Said, but we always expect something, maybe really small, or at least hope, or for self-satisfaction that is still conditional. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I always expect the bare minimum. And by that expectation, that's automatically conditional love. I'm not gonna wish the best for you, and I'm not gonna care about your well-being if I don't feel like you're doing the same for me. So for me to at least have some form of unconditional love, I have to feel like it's reciprocal. And if I don't feel like you love me the same way that I love you, I'm just gonna put you to the side. And I might wish hell on you because I don't like you. Lauren said, we are only human. We all have good and bad days. All I can do is try. Facts. Hey, Soul Main. Hey, Os. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, a troll. Lauren said, I don't think love is truly unconditional. Not human love, for sure. I think that love is, like, God's love is the ability for the spirit to be within you. For you to have a spirit and a soul is the love of God, in my opinion. But I'm not the one providing that spirit and the soul, right? And the only thing that I could provide other people is the spirit of support and care. And if I don't feel like you giving that to me, I'm not providing that to you, because I actually want your whole lineage to expire and then be terminated. So I try not to give attention and focus to things that I don't want in my lifetime. Sam said love is reciprocal. Yeah. Human love is reciprocal. Lauren said we all have conditions and love must be respected and reciprocated, y'all. Gito said, what I do, I just got here. Answer this question, baby. Hey, y'all. If y'all are in the chat, make sure y'all double tap the live. Y'all do it with me. Y'all ready? Ready? Everybody, we got to do it all at once, okay? I want to see what y'all can do all at once. Ready, set, tap. I want to see what y'all can do all at once. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to the live. I mean, not to the live, but to the channel. I appreciate everybody. We're at 2,200 subscribers. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the chat. Hi, Melabaton. Thank you, Horror House. Our parents don't allow this hairstyle and you're Indian. Y'all can't braid your individual hair by yourself. That's crazy. Park said, you are not loved because you are perfect. You are loved, and that is what makes you enough. Okay. Hirsch said, why don't you tell your first love story? Hirsch, you said you was going to tell your first love story. You didn't ask me for mine. Hey, funny videos. Thank you. Mose said, I came in with you saying you might wish hell because you don't like them. G's. No, for real. Honestly, I'm just being honest with y'all. If I can't be honest, what can I be? If somebody is bullying me, this is what I'm thinking about. The people this year who has gaslight me, bullied me, lied to me, played in my face, did not care about my well-being. Did not care about my well-being. It's not just anybody. It's not like I'm just walking down the street like, oh, this man just spilled his ice cream in my face. Now I hate this man. No, it's real. Like, you gaslighting me, you lying to me. You're making my life harder because you have a terrible life. Like, that's when I start being like, yeah, go to hell. You already there. I just am wishing more so that you can align yourself more to the worst part of hell than where you are now. Can we be friends? We friends already. If you on this live, we friends. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Horror House said, nature is everything. There's no God or demon in this universe. Hi, Terrell. Bill said, to love and be loved, the road we all tread at our best. pray you want love. Okay. Kevin said, habla español. Sí, hablo español poquito. Shout out to Northeast India. Shout out to India in general. If you are in India, hi. Hi. Y'all gotta teach me how to speak whatever language y'all speak in English. I mean, in India. Cauliflower Power said, baby girl, take a second, even if it's offline. The nation of Hawaii currently illegally occupied by America, commanded by the international courts to cease war crimes, force the spirit of aloha to be. So we gotta look into what the spirit of aloha is. Queen, you got 2 different accounts, Queen? There's just multiple queens. I don't know what's going on. Church, she said church. Okay. Kenneth said, but God said we must love our neighbors and brothers as we love ourselves. They not my neighbors. They not in my community. If they was in my community, I would excommunicate them. Moses said, babies are welcome with open arms. Love you too, Melbaton. Hi, Baboose. Bill, you said the question again. Who or where are you welcome with open arms? Arjun said, your live so hot, sweetheart. Okay. Hirsch, welcome to the community. Somebody said my earrings look like a toilet seat. Mind you, somebody also asked, where did I get these? I actually made these earrings. I used to make earrings a few years ago. It was one of my hobbies. So these are one of the earrings that I made. Lauren says she is very honest and she has a right to feel what she feels. Yeah. Girl, y'all are crazy. Mo said, that means you passed the test. They were introduced to test your faith. You are already prepared for the BS. Hi, Melanie. Hey, Sydney. Hi, Anil. Okay, Hirsch said love from India. Boom, 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 boom. It's Monday tomorrow. Hey, amazing, awesome. You said it's Monday tomorrow. I think I already said hi to you. Humanity said, you my baby. I love you. I love you too. What's up? What's up, Simone? Bill said, pray you do not have enemies. Love your day today and that the rest of your days. Hey, AK Carlos, I ain't see you in a minute. How you been, friend? He said, this existence is nothing compared to what hell is going to be like for eternity as told by the Bible. Sad face. Queen said, no, it's multiple accounts. Okay. Humanity, you're hilarious. No all-time favorite movie right now, y'all. Okay, where's y'all at? Lauren says, spirit of aloha is a tenet that teaches gratefulness and thankfulness. Ooh. We are kind of practicing that today. We are showing gratitude to those who are welcoming us with open arms. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Bye. So we have a wonderful day, baby. So when we look at it, the consistency of being welcomed with open arms and a full heart, it's another thing. I know I said this yesterday, but it really does take away worry. Like, so many people have so many worries, and it's because we don't have a safe, solid community. And it's like when you start to have a safe, solid community consistently, you have no worries about if this love will be taken from you. You don't have that anxious attachment that a lot of people have to deal with. You know, the anxious attachment styles. Bye, y'all. Y'all said bye. I said bye, y'all. Y'all have a good day, baby. Michelle says, so many toxic men in lives seriously proclaiming love for attractive strangers is creepy as heck. Just not a few men either. Okay. Tell me where they at so I can block them. I'm not trying to deal with that either. Bill, you said from Tennessee, and I don't drink. What made you add that last part? That's a very interesting part to add. Bob said, I need help, please. What do you need help with? Hi, Mo. So I just want y'all to take a moment, for everybody who's actually participated in the chat today and answered the question. Take a moment to show gratitude to those who really who welcome you with open hearts consistently. And it's a stable relationship that allowed you to show up true to yourself, happy, and give and receive love. It gives you the ability to give and receive love. Bob Street said depression and anxiety and traumatic brain injury. You got traumatic brain injury? Bob, is that what that is? Subjur Davy said my mom's house. Okay. Mo said, what makes a man toxic? Somebody been hurt, I see. Oh, so you got traumatic brain injury? You got a multidisciplinary team, Bob Street? Do you go to speech therapy? Do you go to a doctor? Do you go to somebody consistently? Do you have people on a team who support you already? Hey, Cornbread. My day's going well. Thank you for asking. Lauren said, I'm praying for you, Bob. My mom has a TBI and it's tough. You said deserted by everyone. Also, you don't have a multidisciplinary team either. So what you're going to have to do, since you said you're deserted by everyone, you're going to have to join communities of people who have the same TBI. You're going to have to, if you can't find them in person, go online. You're already online. Just look up communities of people with TBIs. That's very interesting that you're even talking about this, because I've had to do multiple assignments on TBIs this week. Whew, multiple. You have 2 employees with that, 2 Mo's? That's interesting. I love you too, Mo. Hey, Dust Sand. Oh, so hard to say your name, friend. Welcome back to the live. Thank you, Queen. Am I a nurse or a doctor? No, I'm a speech therapist assistant. So let's see. So they have TBI support groups. If you go to mansgroups.com, they have a whole article about TBI support groups. The benefits is emotional healing, sharing similar experiences, education, encouragement, self-expression, contribution, socialization. If you are on ChatGPT, just look it up and be like support groups, online support groups, in-person support groups for TBI around you. I would also say, Bob, you're going to have to really lock in on your spiritual beliefs. Whoever you believe in, if you know, are religious, start going to church, reading whatever religious text. If you're spiritual, start learning about your spiritual beliefs, because that's what grounds a lot of people. That's what grounds a lot of people in their well-being. Make sure you say your affirmations. And remember that just because you have a TBI doesn't mean that you cannot attract a community of people who love you and who will support you in these moments. You should also have a multidisciplinary team. So if you don't have a team of people who are supporting you, you need to look into getting insurance so that you can get support. That's what I gotta say about that, friend. Hey, Preston. Clarence said, I love listening to you. You have a good something. Thank you, friend. Salish said, I can't go to church. Salish, that was not for you. Mind y'all, what I just said was specifically for a person named Bob on the chats. That was not for anybody else. That was specific. Specifical. So are y'all ready to open up the chat for questions and new conversations, or do y'all want to continue the conversation that we are having now? If you are wanting to continue this conversation that we're having now, put a 1 in the chat. If you are ready for a new conversation, open topic, it's whatever you want to talk about, put a 2 in the chat. I'm trying to see what y'all want. Salish said, I'm Christian, but I can't go to church. Now, why you can't go to church? She said, how do I become a master of the dark arts? I don't even know what the dark arts are. Get a paintbrush and brown and black paint and start painting on the canvas. That's all I know. Hey, Damien. Hey, friend. So we got half and half. We got 2 people who said they want to move on. We got 3 people who said they want to move on. 2 people who said they want to stay on the topic. Because your family aren't Christian. What does your family have to do with you? We got 3, so it's half and half. Okay, we got 3, 4. 3, 4. 3 people said they want to stay on topic. 4 people said they want to move on. Remember, put a 1 in the chat if you want to stay on this topic about love and belonging. Put a 2 in the chat if you are ready to move to a new conversation, whatever you want to talk about. Salish said, girl, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Okay, we got 3, 5, 3, 6. Hey, Mr. Bold. 3, 7. Not y'all got the cove. I don't know what NEGA means, but it sounds very disrespectful. I don't know for sure. Pastor Simple, it sounds very disrespectful. I'm looking it up right now so I can see if I gotta block you or not. Am I sick? No, I'm not sick. What do you do on a typical Sunday? This morning, I did homework and okay, so most people said they wanted to move on. So we're going to start a new conversation. If you want to start a new conversation, tell me, what topic do you want to talk about? Lauren said, my son calls his speech therapist pretty lady. That's too cute. I do get a lot of compliments from my students. What do you want to talk about? I go into, ooh, no. Hold up. When I go into the classrooms, I have one class that by the end of the year, every time that I would leave, the whole class, it was very overwhelming. They would be like, bye, beautiful. Have a wonderful day. They would be trying to hug me, give me high fives. They'd be all up on me. I'd be like, oh my God, it's an overwhelming amount of love. If y'all want to talk about being accepted with open heart and open arms and full of love, oh, my students, for sure. The students that I work with, for sure. Somebody said, let's talk about money. Okay, let me see what y'all all want to talk about. I'm just scroll down and see. Oh my God. What's up, baby? So somebody said, what are you doing on a typical Sunday? Yeah, depends. Grocery shop, meal prep, clean up, prepare for my week. Somebody said they reported me for being, ooh, not y'all reported me for my skin color. Hola, Kira, ¿cómo estás? Oh, Jayo, muy bien, ¿y tú? Okay, so I see money. Again, the same person who said money. Okay, Pastor, I mean, no disrespect, my sister in Christ. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay. You form such a connection. My son has Pierre Robin sequence. Is that a craniofacial disorder, Lauren? I feel like I heard about that, but I haven't done much research about it. Mr. Bo said, can you talk about the mother and great is the mother? What mother? I don't know what that means. Clash said, let's talk about the conscious and the subconscious. Okay. Not very. You say, I'm sure you had a case or two. It's not very common. Okay, yeah, I haven't had any cases personally having to work with anybody with that disorder. What grade do I teach? Elementary all the way up to adults. So it varies depending on the year. I do work with people who are like 21. Or I have worked with them. I'm just scrolling down to see what everybody is talking about before we start the new conversation. You said most people have never heard of it. Girl, you know I have to hear about these things because of the where I work, what I study. Mr. Bo said about mothers and how great they are. Let's talk about like the way you talk. Somebody said consciousness and subconscious. I like that topic. Somebody else said money. We had the whole 30 days of talking about money. A whole 30 days of talking about money. So if you are interested in a money conversation, I have 30 videos of me talking about that. Okay? So you got a whole bunch of videos to go back to. Somebody said, tell us a story. What's a good memory for you? What's a good memory for me? So I'll tell you our good memory, and then we'll talk about subconscious and consciousness. Most of my good memories involve me being with friends or like in a group of people. Lauren said dreams are very interesting. Okay, I like dreams. I'm a dreamer. I love me a dream. My favorite memories always involve me being with groups of people, whether it's my cousins, my school friends, my best friend now, me going somewhere, traveling, doing stuff that I was not supposed to be doing. I remember one time when I was in middle school or high school. I think I was either in high school or I was in, it had to be early high school. I was at one of my cousin's house. No parental supervision. That's where we went wrong. No parental supervision. We was hanging out at her friend's house, who no parental supervision again. Mama was at work. It just ended up being a long night full of kids going around the neighborhood, walking in the middle of the night. And there was these kids who kind of were homeless, so they were used to like break into abandoned homes and sleep in those homes. And so they were looking through the windows to see where they could sleep that night. Somebody called the police. The police came. And nobody got arrested. We was all kids, but they made, because, you know, everybody ran and we hid. But it ended up being like me sitting out at a park until like 7 o'clock in the morning, until somebody's sister had came home and unlocked the door for us to get in the house. And then I was able to go in the house and go to sleep. It's not the best memory, but it's the first memory that came up. So y'all want to talk about global warming? I don't really have much to say about global warming because I don't know much about it. Somebody said, tell us the first story about the first time you smoked crack. I ain't never did that in my life. I don't think I would be here if I did. Mr. Ball said, you still young. I'm sure you'll be a vice president of America. The rich kid said, whoever called is a snitch. I was snitched too, because if somebody lived in that home, somebody actually lived there. Imagine people peeking in your window at like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's just people peeking in your window. Like, I would call the police too. What do you think about the protest? I don't know what protest is going on. I'm so in my own world. Thank you, Mars. You said that's interesting. Wonder why it's the first thing that came to your mind? Because I just had a lot of crazy stuff going on when I was a kid. She was trying to break in. I like this Mr. Turtle Duck. It be certain people who y'all just find. Y'all just make me laugh. What emotion do you associate with the memory? Okay, Clash, getting into the therapy talk. Excitement, thrill. Excitement and thrill. A little bit of abandonment and loneliness because my cousin left me to go hang out with her friends. But I let that slide. The rich kids that I just handle it on my own. I'm not scared. You would vote for me, Mr. Bold? I probably would not be running for any presidency. First post said, don't be lonely. I was a kid. I was probably like 15, 16 years old at the time. So yeah, that was that story. That night was very long. It was very long. Like, imagine sitting at a park. Me and this girl sat at the park for like 3 hours just talking until the sun came up. That was how crazy that day was, or that night was. Mr. Bowles said, from now on, you are my president. Okay. But y'all want to talk about subconscious and consciousness? Because it goes really well into the topic of manifestation. We were talking about manifestation earlier. So if you are interested in the topic of manifestation, I think that you will enjoy this topic as well. Lauren said, my son playing ding dong ditch, and nowadays you will get your keister blown off. I used to play ding dong ditch as a kid too. But that is true. People don't play nowadays. Any tips against anxiety? Breath work, journaling, like journal dumping, figure out what the problem is and why you have anxiety, and find solutions to overcome it. Be solution oriented. Eat healthy, drink water. I heard certain herbs support anxiety, like magnesium. I take magnesium every night before I go to bed. And I take other herbs too. So taking herbs that support, you know, neurological calmness. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I would say helps against anxiety. Stretching. I like to, before I go to bed, I like to put lotion on. And I like to just kind of like slow down and breathe in and say affirmations as I put my lotion on. Baths. Warm baths. Relaxing. Allowing your body to relax. Class said, I always think about a time I couldn't fall asleep. What kept me awake was being afraid to not wake up again. I don't know why that's my go-to memory. Are you afraid of dying? Class, you know what that reminds me of? I read this one book. It was such a good book, and I cannot remember the name right now. But basically what the book talked about was how family trauma is passed on genetically. And there was this one particular story where this guy, out of nowhere, he just started waking up in the middle of the night and had insomnia. He had a strange fear of dying, literally. He would have like the strangest fear of dying, and he would be so cold. He would get like so cold while he would go to sleep. So he could not figure out why he had this insomnia, why it was like this. He ended up going to therapy, and this particular therapist is the one who wrote the book. And the therapist ended up finding out through the therapy that this guy had an uncle who worked on like poles or something. The uncle got stuck on a pole. It was really cold. The uncle froze to death. So the guy started having these dreams, not dreams, but this insomnia around the same age that the uncle died. And it's because genetic trauma was passed through lineage and was not overcome. So it started affecting him. It's a very interesting book. I really enjoyed that book. Who do I love more, my father or my mother? Love them the same. Lauren said, or that God is okay with manifestation. What you mean, Lauren? God is manifestation. In my thoughts, in my beliefs, God is manifestation for sure. We are all a product of God. And if it wasn't for God manifesting us, taking what he had in his mind and making it physical, we wouldn't be here. So we all have the same powers as God. We may not be able to control the whole entire world, but we can control our world and do the same thing as God does in our own world. Class, you said magnesium helps a lot. I take it too. Yeah, magnesium is great. And there's different types of magnesium. So before bed, I take magnesium glycate. If you're going to buy magnesium, especially for sleep, make sure you're buying magnesium glycate, because I did that. What about ashwagandha for anxiety? I heard that works too. I have a friend who takes both ashwagandha and magnesium together. That's saying, you're welcome, my love. You know, I'm here to just talk. Lauren said, hold up. Okay. Lauren said, you nosy. Y'all better, the rich kid, please do not argue with Miss Lauren. Please do not argue with Miss Lauren now. Not somebody said, I thought you said baby mama. I was about to say, not baby mama. He said, how you doing, baby? My name is Cooper. Copper? How you doing? Thank you for your cell phone number and everything. Okay, bye, love you. Okay. Mr. Bowl said, be careful about taking much magnesium because it will cause hypermagnesemia, which in turn will lead to arrhythmia, and this may lead to death. Oh, well. That's why I just try to take the recommended dosage, which is half a tablespoon. Clash said, in regards to my memory, I was 4 years old. I sometimes wonder if I was just a moment of consciousness awakening. I wonder what the name of the book you mentioned. Let me see if I can find it. Do I Love Dogs Park? They cool. They are cool. But y'all know I got a cat. I used to have dogs. I used to have a couple of dogs. Oh, here's a book. Found it quick. Let me see. This is the book. It's called It Didn't Start With You. So it's about how inherited family trauma shapes who we are and how to end the cycle. So sometimes we be experiencing stuff and it's like, we really didn't, this did not start with us. This trauma, these crazy stuff, somebody else in our family experienced it, and because it was unresolved, now we got to experience it. Another one that I thought was very interesting, because I do work with children who have disorders and who are special needs. I've seen many students bang their head up against walls and floors, like, you know, very hard surfaces, and you be like, what the heck? But in this book, he had talked about a family who had a son who would like hit his head and like harm himself consistently. And what he found out is that that same family had like another male family member who had shot somebody else in the head. And so what he found out is that not only do we pass on personal trauma through our family, but on top of that, if somebody does wrong to another individual, that individual becomes kind of in the family tree. Although they're not family, they become a part of the family tree, and that trauma kind of passes on kind of in a like karma way. And so the child, what he said, mind you, this is a therapist, you know, he does his own research. What he said was that that child was kind of like reacting to the trauma that the uncle gave to somebody else. So he would hit his head. And then once they like figured that out, the child harming his head, it got resolved. But it was a good book. Mr. Bo, you said, question, who is your love? My son. Do you want to say hi to the love, my baby? You want to say hi? They want to know who my love is. You say, if you are in a desert and you are starving, no food, and you have a lot of dogs, are you going to eat one of the dogs? Oh my God. Am I going to eat the dog? I don't want to eat no dogs. Dogs might eat me. Oh my God. If I'm in the desert, baby, I'm about to learn how to make cacti. Baby, that cacti about to be real good. It is going to have water inside too. We about to make a fire. It's going to be hot for a reason. We're going to have fire around. We're going to eat cacti. I don't know. I can barely get a fish and cut it. I don't know if I can do that with a dog. But you never know what you're going to do in life, you know. Do that. What's the dreams you most remember? I have so many dreams. I have so many dreams. So it's too many to have even conversations about. It's so many dreams. I just had a couple of dreams yesterday about my best friend, I have to call her and let her know. Anytime I have a dream about my best friend, I call her and I let her know, like, hey, this is what I just had a dream about. I just need you to know so you prepared. The stream gets brighter when I smile. There you go. Was it in color or was it in black and white? The dream? That's an interesting question. I don't never really think about dreams in color or black and white. I don't know. I guess it's in the color, but I don't see, like, I don't ever just see a dream and be like, oh, this is colorful. Taboob said, can I ask you a question? Of course. I don't ever think about color in my dream. A lot of it feels like sensory. Sometimes when it comes to dreams, it feels like senses. Like I'm sensing these things. I don't know. Any repeating dreams? Oh my God. There's this one person who I do not have a relationship with at all. But I've had so many dreams about this person. It's gotten old. It's starting to feel like nightmares. I've had so many dreams about this person. And this person, every time they see me, they be like, they call my name out loud and they be wanting to give me hugs and stuff. And I be like, oh my God, why do I keep having a dream about this person? I'm getting so tired of this. So I definitely have many repeating dreams. Yeah. I've had repeating dreams about my loved ones. What I feel like once I have more than 3 dreams about the same thing, it's like, okay. Y'all got a lot of questions, friends. I like the questions. I really do. Dustin said I get both. Really? Black and white dreams. Really? That's so interesting. My top 3 favorite colors. First of all, it's 111. I love magenta. Like, similar to this color a little bit. Magenta. Like magenta. This is kind of more like purple. What other colors do I like? I like black for sure. And that's where I am right now. Any other color? I like other colors, but not as much as I like magenta. Do I ever dream about people and then I encounter them in real life shortly after? I like brown too, Mr. Bold. I definitely do. You see, look, brown. My sheets is brown. I do like brown. Do I ever have dreams and encounter them in real person? I mean, maybe. I can't really remember. I've had different dreams manifest. Like, I remember I had a dream about a cousin, and we were not speaking at the time, but I had a dream that she had moved in with her boyfriend. And then we had seen each other at, like, a family holiday, and she had brought a boyfriend. I had never met him before. I don't even think I knew she had a boyfriend. But she had brought her boyfriend and was like, oh, we just moved in together. So I've definitely had dreams like that. But I can't remember of any where it's like, you know, light brown. I prefer darker brown. Mr. Bo said, I love green and white. Ooh. Okay. Do you ever have dreams clash where you encounter them like shortly afterwards? Because I think that is very interesting. I feel like a lot of my dreams, I have to get better at being more aware in the dream state. I feel like if I could be more aware during my dream state, then I could really be able to understand some of my dreams a little bit better. You love the girl wearing white? Okay. Yeah, I've definitely had a couple of like, what do they call it? Lucid dreams experiences, but not to where I could control the dream for a long period of time. It's always like, at first it used to be where I would have a lucid dream and I would become aware, And then right when I would become aware, I would go back into a state of unawareness. Like I would be like, oh, I can't see my hands. I can't see my hands. I'm in a dream. Let me try to fly. And then it'll be just something after that where I'll be like, oh. And I would just go back into unawareness. Or I'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming right now. Let me try to build this house. And then I'll go back into unawareness. It's never for a long period of time. Class said, I don't normally dream about people. But when I do, I sometimes see the person shortly after. I always wonder about confirmation bias. It still feels weird. I feel like I've had not dreams but like thoughts. I remember one time I had went out for a work event and we were hanging out with coworkers. It was like a bar, so we was having a good time. And when I left the bar, I had came home and I kept thinking about one of my coworkers. And I'm like, why do I keep thinking about this person? I'm like, this person must be talking about me because I don't have no reason to think about this person. Then the next day or a couple of days after that, I was talking to another coworker, and the other coworker started telling me how one of the coworkers didn't like me for her own personal reasons. She has a terrible life. And she was kind of jealous that a couple of the men at the job were interested in me, and I was not interested in them whatsoever. Literally whatsoever, like had no interest in them. But she was kind of like jealous of the fact that I was getting this attention. I don't know why. And she was a married woman. I don't know why. She was a married woman. So I guess she was complaining to the girl who I kept thinking about. She was complaining to her. I found out that ended up being her aunt. So I was like, oh, that's why I kept thinking about this person. So it's not just dreams, but sometimes when I feel like somebody is consistently on my mind for a long period of time, it's either because something's about to happen with them or they're talking about me really bad. So Park, you said, after 5 years, what are your plans? So in 5 years, I definitely want to have moved somewhere. But in 5 years, I'll have my master's degree. So I want to be a traveling speech therapist for maybe like a few months to a year. I don't think I want to do it for a long period of time, but just to try it out, just to see how it will be. I also want my business to be like really booming. Like I want my business to be my main source of income. And I want to continue to do research on mindset and manifestation, more research about communication and pragmatic skills and how to use those to manifest and to have healthy relationships. I do believe that most people's problems is the lack of healthy relationships. That's why so many people have anxious attachment styles, all these things, because it's, first of all, it's a lack of self-awareness in general, but also just a lack of healthy community and acceptance. So those are things that I kind of want to get into. And I do want to be a researcher, not anything that's like, I don't have to have peer-reviewed articles or published articles in journals. It's not that big of a deal, but I would like to have my own personal research that I can one day put out there and be like, from my own research, this is what I found. And I've already kind of started that. I've done many mindset coaching sessions with people. So out of all of those mindset coaching sessions, I've come to a conclusion that majority people's issues are stemming from a lack of love and belonging, which is why I'm excited to do our love and belonging journal. Of course, there's other reasons. Some people's are just, self-esteem issues, are, other issues, but most people's issues stem from a lack of love and belonging. So if you can find your community, you can grow in that community. That's saying said it's a sign, I think, for sure. Class, she said, when I become conscious in a dream, the dream collapses. It takes too much effort to continue, like a carnival ride that breaks down. Like, yeah, like why? Like, why when I'm conscious in a dream, it collapses? Like, what's going on? Hey, friend. Sahil said, I'm crazy for you. Sahil, I love you too, but please stop spamming the comments now. This one comment is enough for me to see you. There's not that many people in the chat. I see you, baby. Now, I can understand, Sahil, if it was like 2,000 people, you needed me to see you now, but it's like 9 people here. The rich kid, I'm from America. I'm from America. He said nothing serious. Okay. But yeah, those are the things that I'm truly, truly interested in. I think that there's always a formula to get to one place to another. But sometimes it just takes serious, dedicated research to figure out that formula for success. And I already kind of have the idea of, okay, we're going to manifest. I've developed a lot of understanding around manifestation. So I just want to continue to develop that so that it becomes something that I can teach to people and it becomes their natural state of being, like a natural conscious manifester. Class, you said, have you ever been to the West Coast, Northeast, Southwest? I've been to California, yeah. Yeah, I've been to California. I went to like Hollywood, is it Korean or the Asian district? Yeah. I do want to do like a quick summary over subconscious and conscious mind before we leave, because even just the whole talking about dreams, it's like your subconscious mind manifesting those dreams, and then that consciousness comes in. And I feel like consciousness and dreams is when you start lucid dreaming. And it's so unfortunate that it's kind of like when that subconscious realizes that the consciousness is in its zone, it'd be like, you in my zone, get out of here. I don't know, it's weird. But consciousness is masculine energy, subconscious is feminine energy. That's why the subconscious controls everything, because in reality, if you really do your deep research, most things are based off of feminine energy. That's why every single man born is originally a woman. Every man always originally has XX chromosome, but it becomes an XY chromosome. Fun fact, that's also why most people who have disorders are of the male gender, because XY chromosome is not the original. It's not the original. XX chromosome is the original. So when you are learning to manifest, you really do have to work with your subconscious and allow your consciousness to lead, but your conscious, how do I say this? Because I don't want to confuse you guys. Allow your subconscious to be aware of what your subconscious is feeding your consciousness, because in your ego, you're going to feel like your conscious state is leading. But in general, the mastermind behind everything is your subconscious. I don't think we have a lot of time to just go too deep into the conversation, but if you want to become more aware of your subconscious, just listen to that audio tape playing in the back of your mind. Y'all want to know what I think was the most interesting movie? Somebody asked me about a movie yesterday or today, but it's not my favorite movie, but it's that movie on Netflix called Who Cloned Tyrone. Clash, I don't have much opinions around them, to be honest. I don't really study those people. But that movie on Netflix called Who Cloned Tyrone, this is about to be a spoiler. So if you haven't watched the movie, I'm going to spoil the main part of the movie. Okay? But in the movie, the whole entire movie, you see that this individual kept dying, but they were recloned and put back into the society to keep the community in a perpetual state of ratchetness, right? And so towards the end, after they found out about the cloning place and the underground science experiments and all those things, after they found out about that, Tyrone ended up going back home. Now, we never saw Tyrone's mom. This is about to be, okay, Rich Kid is getting upset. So I'm going to put you a timeout, Sahil, because you're disturbing other people. Just for 5 minutes. Just for 5 minutes, I'm going to put you're disturbing other people. So, this is about subconscious and consciousness, mind you. I'm about to tie it together. Just give me a second. So, in the movie, we never saw Tyrone's mom. But she would say the same thing every single day. And she would be behind her wall. She would be in her room. She would say the same thing every single day. She would be on the phone, kiki hi, and talking about this, talking about that. So towards the end, Tyrone ends up going to his home. And he goes, opens the mom's door. He's never opened the mom's door. When he opened the mom's door, he realized that there was nobody in the room. The whole time, there was never anybody in that room. He always thought that his mom was there. There was never anybody in the room. Who was in the room? It was a recording tape playing back the same thing over and over and over again. Now, I didn't even catch this until like a year after watching this movie, after thinking about the movie. But I realized a year later that was actually a symbolism of how the subconscious mind keeps you programmed. Because that's exactly what the mom is there to do, is to install that foundational set of programming. That's what your mom does, right? Your mom is your original teacher. Your mom is your foundational set of knowledge into the world. So anything that your mom is teaching you is going to be originally your foundation. Even if it's just genetics, even if you don't realize in your genes, your mom has given you a set of foundational knowledge that programs you on how you interact with this world. So in the movie Who Cloned Tyrone, it was like the mom was being the recording tape, playing the same messages over and over again, keeping him programmed. And that's the same way that your subconscious does you. You don't even realize it, but it's playing the same thoughts, the same beliefs, the same thing over and over again. Not just playing the same thing, but playing the same type of the tone, the state of being that you were in when you received that information. It's just keep replaying, keep replaying, keep replaying. Keep replaying, keep replaying, keep replaying. So if you ever want to think about subconscious and consciousness, Tyrone was the consciousness, right? That was a conscious behavior. He was making his own decisions, but he was already in an environment and in a subconscious environment that was pre-programmed for him to stay in that same state over and over again. And it wasn't until he started to see the patterns and he started to realize something is off before he started to make a change in how he manifests his reality. But before that, his reality was manifested by government, if we could be so for real. And that's how most people's realities are programmed to this day, is by their government. Because who dictates what shows up on your social media? Who dictates? You know, at one point they was trying to take TikTok away. Who dictates what advertisements are going up, or what places can sell what? Our government. So Clash, she said, that's why affirmations are important. Our belief system is the best way to shape and reshape our subconscious. Yeah. And then Parky said, what's one thing you learned so far that surprised you? So many things, man. One thing that I learned so far that really surprises me is how some people are very passive. How passive some people can be, and how some people will really sit down and just put their head down because they don't want to deal with the backlash. And how there are individuals who will fight independently for long periods of time just to get their rights by themselves, and how they can stand strong by themselves for so long before receiving a community to support them. Mikey, if you on here talking about, I caught my neighbor cheating, I don't know if you being for real or not, because you know people be coming on here lying. But if you don't want to be caught in the business, next time take a picture, print it out, and send it in the mail. And now you're not involved in it at all. Make sure you have multiple and send one every week, just in case he the one who looked at the mail. Now you're not involved at all. Make sure they ain't got no door cameras, because if they got door cameras, they gonna see you putting stuff in the mailbox. Or you can write a letter. You can type up a letter, put it in the mail, if you don't have no pictures. The picture's coming from my kitchen window. Well, now Kenza, you know I ain't in no Marines and I am not married. Well, if it's coming from the window, look, they come to your house asking questions. I don't know. That wasn't me. I'm lying. I'm not in the business. But you know now. But y'all, we've been on here for 80 minutes. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about before we get off of here? I appreciate everybody who stayed, who liked the video and all the things. I appreciate you guys. Clash said, what type of people scare you? Passive people. Passive people scare me. They'll allow anything, and then they'll get upset with you when you don't allow the bullshit, and then you become the enemy because you do not allow the bullshit. That's who scares me very much. They'll tell you, be quiet, just let it happen. Just let it happen. Hey, cows, welcome back to the live, baby. It scares me, so for real. It's very scary how people will allow people who have bad behavior to disrupt the whole society just because they're afraid of the backlash. When they don't realize their true power is speaking up. Because once you speak up, you give the freedom for other people to speak up. The freedom, the peace, and the courage for other people to speak up. What makes me, oh, y'all got some questions today. What makes me happy? Having nothing to do. Having nothing on my to-do list, but having everything well managed. Everything is managed. Everything has a system. Everything has something. Checks and balances makes me happy. What's your most used phrase? Okay. Bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. Bad bitches stand up. Broke bitches sit down. Why am I sitting down? No, that's one of my. I used to say that a lot. I haven't said it in a long time, but I used to say that a lot. Like, broke bitch. No, bad bitches stand up. Broke bitches sit down. Why am I sitting down? Let me stand up. Yeah. Also, he a bum, she a bum, they are bums. These niggas are slow. Those are some of my most used phrases. I appreciate you, Dustin. I appreciate you too, friend. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I need to go to the grocery store. Somebody asked me what grocery store I go to. It depends on any given day. Kroger. Kroger is one of them that I'll go to. Bye, friends. I will see y'all tomorrow evening. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Bye. Thank you, class. Thank you. Bye, Durf. Bye. I appreciate you guys. Bye, Dustin. Bye.